Good evening, Piss Drinker Union. Tonight we are doing a double IPA. Surprise, surprise. But it's one that I haven't had in quite a while, but I've always very much enjoyed. I guess I had it on tap recently, but I wasn't able to do a video review. The Grey Sail Captain's Daughter double IPA. And this was a pretty popular beer, still is, starting a year ago or so, maybe a little less, because it quickly became the most highly sought after and highly rated beer coming out of Rhode Island. And there aren't too many different beers coming out of Rhode Island. The other brewery that I really like from Rhode Island is Proclamation. They do a lot of sours and also lots of very hoppy beers. And this is one that you used to be able to get your hands on pretty easily and see around. But now it's more popular, and it seems like shipments come into Massachusetts, Boston area only like every month or even less. But this is a very New England IPA, even though Rhode Island, I guess they're technically in New England, sort of, maybe, kind of. But it's Citra and Mosaic, and I remember it being very carbonated, very extremely pale, and very hazy, and so juicy, just so much like pineapple and mango juice. And I liked it a lot. This can is unfortunately not as insanely fresh as I like to have it. It's about 3 weeks old, but it just showed up in the area. So it's the best I can get, and I'm betting it'll still be rather good. It's 8.5% alcohol, I believe. Yep. Without further ado, looking in the way I was expecting, maybe it's just a tad darker than I remember, but probably not. It is rather hazy, so that casts a deeper light. You know, it's not showing up exactly how pale it is on the camera, but I'm not expecting any toasty malts or anything. And it's very hazy. Not totally opaque. I can kind of see my thing, at least a shadow of my finger through there. Especially, oh yeah, when I hold up the light, I can see through there. And good amount of carbonation, not super high, but high enough, and the head is just dense and creamy white. And then just looks like your perfect New England double IPA. It's juicy, but it seems a little bit spicier than I was expecting. It's almost a clovey aroma. It's like spiced orange. And also definitely some pineapple juiciness in there. I don't know if I'd go and say it's quite mangoey. It's not that tropical-y. And just a little bit of hot onion, dank, weedy quality. And some candyish malty things happening too. Maybe a little marshmallow. A little bit like some fruity hard candy. Yeah, actually the smells are getting quite a bit fruitier, almost like a Starburst kind of strawberry and lemony oranginess. Sometimes the head initially and the temperature can prevent from getting all the smells that you're looking for in this beer. Oh yeah, it's getting very candy-y, almost taffy. It's gonna be good. Ooh yeah. It tastes like some kind of pineapple orange taffy. Very nice. It feels a little bit prickly. It's not super soft or fluffy. It is very light, I guess but not quite as fluffy as like a very highly carbonated Belgian beer or something. But it's very, very, very light, even though it's It's not watery. Maybe some people would say watery, but the yeast at least helps add a little bit of texture. But there's not much syrupy, full-bodied, malty sugar going on in this. A little bit of alcohol heat in the finish. Makes me think of black pepper. Good amount of bitterness. I'm betting that this has gotten a little bit earthier and spicier just from being about 3 weeks old, but it's still very good. And that candyish quality that I think comes from just using the really pale malt, and also it's probably the combination of some yeast fruity esters that are very subtle mixing with the very fruity hops. Yeah, the heat is a little bit big in the throat. It might also be because it had some spicy soup. I don't know if that's underlining it a little bit. But I do need to burp. There we go. It definitely has that ambrosia salad thing that I notice in a lot of localish IPAs. Yeah, it's almost a banana clove thing, but that would come from a Belgian yeast. It's not quite that kind of banana clove flavor. Maybe some pear, but like a lot of very different kinds of fruits in here. It's not just specifically tropical fruit explosion or just orange. I don't know, I guess I'd call it is fluffy, but a very, very light fluffiness. Not quite like a marshmallow fluffiness. And maybe cotton candy is another flavor that's happening. But the aftertaste is a little bit bitter, and it's a little bit of burn from the alcohol that makes it not quite perfect. So I'll probably do like a 8.25 for this one. It's not blowing me away, but maybe my expectations are a little too high. And I also had a very good double IPA yesterday that was released the day before. So I might be remembering that a little bit. But I think I'll stick with the 8.25. If you can find it, this very fresh, it's definitely worth it. Or on tap. When I had it on tap recently, I think it was maybe a little better. But it's very, very much worth a shot. Goodbye.